Hello everybody and welcome back to EcoPosh for You. I am having my first cup of coffee for the day and man does it taste good. So today we're going to be talking about a shipping crisis. And I got this straight from the forums, so let's not waste any time and let's talk about it because this one is a doozy. I came across this post on a forum, and I have to say, I definitely have an opinion on this, but I wanted to see what you guys' opinion was on this first. So please put your opinion down in the comment section because I'm genuinely curious to know what other sellers think about this. So, this is what the post says. A 3-pound Dooney and Burke purse shipped in a brown grocery bag is acceptable shipping now? Am I wrong here? I left 2 stars. At least she shipped on the 4th day after I asked when she would plan to ship. Okay. So, this is clearly a Mercari transaction. Alright? We can see from just the way that everything looks. So, this is from Mercari. And if you look at the picture of the shipping of the purse, and actually let's go ahead and zoom in on this picture. I want you guys to really, really be able to see this. Alright, let's take a really good look at this. Alright, you guys take a look at it. Alright, let's pause. I want this to sink in. Alright, so yes, this is wrapped in a shopping bag with the handles still on it. They put it in there and they taped it all up and stuck a label on it. So that's what they wrapped this Dooney and Burke person. Let's continue. Alright, so for the review on Mercari, they left 2 stars and they said, the purse was shipped in a brown paper Aldi bag. It wasn't damaged, but easily could have been. Ship time was slow, which I don't normally complain about, but to wait more than 3 days to have this shipped in a brown grocery bag is not okay. Thanks for the purse that is all smashed up due to your form of shipping. Ooh. Okay, and then after she left the review, the seller contacted her, as you can see here. And as a seller, don't ever, if somebody leaves you a bad review, I'm just telling you right now, I mean, this is just my personal opinion. Like, yes, if you want to, you could contact them and say, how could I improve and all of that stuff. In my opinion, it's better to leave it alone, all right? Because in my experience, when somebody leaves you, like only a few stars, and you send them a message asking them why they rated you like that, they end up changing the review and leaving you even less stars. That's what I've seen so far. Number 1. Number 2, that's their review. It has nothing to, you have no control over what kind of review a customer leaves for your business. You can't do anything about that. And if somebody thinks that you didn't do a great job, don't get all confrontational and send them a message, oh my god, you left me a bad review. That's their right as a customer and as a client. Just as it's your right if you receive a bad product or service to leave a review. And so if somebody leaves you a bad review, just read it, see if there's anything valid about it, see if there's anything that maybe you actually do need to improve on. Because sometimes there's something there that you need to listen to. But if it's just somebody being catty, which is oftentimes the case as well, just ignore it and go on about your day. Don't ever send that person a message and say, oh my god, why'd you leave me a bad review? Just a terrible idea, never ends well. Alright? So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some of the comments and this is why I decided to make a video about it, is because I thought most of the comments would say, yeah, that was terrible shipping, but some people were actually like, whoa, what's wrong with the shipping here? So I don't know, I want to get into it, and that's why I wanted to ask you guys about it too. We got to figure it out. Alright, like for example, I was surprised to see this comment. Yes, you are wrong and being petty. It arrives safely. 3 days is not unusual for shipping. Maybe the seller has other proprietaries in life. It's priorities. Learn how to spell. Number 1. Number 2, it was in a paper bag. Okay, there's like snow outside where I'm at. If they would have left that on my porch, it would have gotten wet and been destroyed. So, I don't care if the seller has other proprietaries in life. When I order something, I don't want it to arrive all toe up. Now, there is a ton of comments under this one, and they are cracking me up right now. This one said, if the seller had other proprietaries, then she should not be selling. And the buyer is not petty. An expensive purse should not be shipped in a paper bag. And I'm sorry, but I agree. You know, if you're spending, if it's an expensive purse, even if it's not an expensive purse, come on now. Come on now. Wrap it up a little. Put just a little effort into this, please. Okay, I'm not trying to comment shame, but I hate this comment. I hate it. Let me read it. You'll probably hate it too. Did it have any issues? Was it scratched or damaged in any way? Many of us who have tried Temu. Yeah, let's bring Temu into it. The cheap Chinese uses forced labor anyway. Let's bring Temu into it. Let's bring Temu into our argument. Temu does it, so we should be doing it over here. Good argument there. What's your name? Okay, so let's go ahead. Many of us who have tried Temu now realize we can ship stuff without being so careful. Temu comes to you in a plastic bag, even if there's a breakable plastics in it. I have yet to have anything delivered that was broken, so I am wrapping some stuff in plastic bags or in the bigger mailing envelope, even if it's like something that might be slightly breakable because it costs so much less. Really? Really? Does it cost so much less? Can't you just go and does anyone else get the free ads from the newspaper? You know, a lot of times, if you go around to the gas stations will put their newspapers out, or you can go and get those ads that are sitting out in front of the grocery store, all of that. There's so many ways that you can get cheap or not pay for shipping materials. So, using Temu, Temu's doing it, so I'm doing it too. Are you kidding me? If Temu jumped off a cliff, would you jump off a cliff with Temu? Good Lord. Don't even get me started on them. But that's okay. Yeah, that argument is absolutely invalid. And might I add, most of the time when you're buying something from Temu, you're spending like $3 or $4. This person ordered a Dooney and Burke purse, and yeah, it's a little different. It do hit different though. Alright, and here's a comment from another clown that says, leaving a negative review because an item could have been damaged but made it safely, and they put laughy faces. Why is everybody okay with this crappy shipping job? Everybody's like, yeah, that's fine. That works. That's how I ship everything too. Oh, man. No wonder people are leaving these platforms. Like, nobody can behave professionally. Everybody thinks that was a good shipping job? You guys. Alright, and it says, I wouldn't have been so upset if it were clothing and the bag was actually taped up nicely. Yeah, see, that's the thing. If somebody sent me a piece of clothing and they sent it in a bag like that, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I've had clothing sent to me in all kinds of things. I think it's just the fact that it was a purse. You know, a purse, you generally want it to kind of keep its shape. And so I would have put in general, I don't really have a lot of purses in my stock. But when I do put packaging material inside of the purse or something inside of it so the purse keeps its shape if that's necessary. And yeah, I mean, it just, If it were clothing, it would have been different, but it was, an expensive purse, and you shouldn't do that. And all the people making excuses for that, you guys are just as insane to think that that's okay. Luckily, there's plenty of people in the comments that are like, yeah, that's not a good idea. So just be conscious of your shipping. And the thing is that I do realize that some people are very eco-conscious, and as am I. As am I. I think it's important whenever you can to reuse packaging supplies if you're ordering things for your business from Amazon, or from you're ordering things from other sellers, homemade items, just whatever you're ordering, keep those packaging supplies and reuse them as many times as you can. I definitely am in favor of that. You don't always have to go out and buy new shipping supplies. I do have like a nice roll of bubble wrap and a couple things when I send electronics, but a lot of times, unless you're sending electronics or, something that really, most items don't require that much packaging. And I realize that a lot of people don't like a lot of packaging these days, and that's a reason that people buy secondhand, is because they don't like the wastefulness that comes in a lot of packaging these days. And so I try to keep that in mind, and I don't provide excess packaging. But guys, we've got to make sure that these items arrive to the buyers safely. So most of you can use your common sense and find that middle ground pretty easily, but there's always those people that can't quite figure that out. So I just wanted to give you guys an example because I saw that and I just thought it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I wish you guys many sales. I'll see you on the next one.